Good morning, seventh graders. Here we are. Boy, what is this, week 9? Hope you had a great weekend. We had to get out of the house, get out of the neighborhood a little bit, so we packed up our camper and went camping for the weekend. And it was good just to go and sit by a campfire, did a little mountain biking, did a lot of cooking on the campfire. It was kind of cool. I enjoy that stuff. Anyway, hope you had a good weekend. So some things today we'll go through. First and foremost, want to make sure you know that the winner for the gift card draw from Friday morning after we had our Google Meets and everybody got everything turned in for the week, the winner is Anaya. So Anaya, you won the gift card. My daughter pulled your name out of a hat. I have one more Starbucks card and Culver's cards, kiddo. So what you'll need to do, Anaya, is email your address that I can send that in the mail to you, and I'll get that out in the mail today. So you'd have it in a couple of days. Okay, so Friday, last week I asked you to throw something, and then I asked you to put together your responses in terms of think about in the past how, people wanted to throw things further. What did they come up with to throw things further? So great responses, and what I've done here, and what I'm going to show you, I'm going to get rid of me. Here is the spreadsheet for those responses. So, if I go back, you guys, what have people done in the past? And this is the best I'm going to do. I was going to post this spreadsheet, but I thought, it's too much to navigate. We'll just talk about it. So people what have people done in the past to throw things further than their bodies were able to? Catapult, absolutely. Slingshot, yep. Running to get momentum, that's another good one. There's a thing, if you watch my video on the atlatl, that's one thing. They could just throw it from a standard position, but if they wanted more distance, boy, they would run first and they'd whip it from there. And then we have a cannon that would get things to go further. Yep, but that's not really that's not you throwing something. That's gunpowder. But again, if you wanted to think about a bullet or a cannon, a ball coming out of a cannon, what is it that makes those go so far? Because your entire job in this is energy transfer. And I'm going to ask you today, it'll be kind of funny. I want you to think like a little kid, like a little toddler that continuously asks the question, but why, but why, but why? And you're going to continue to ask the question, but where? So, graffiti, I don't know why that would help something go any further. Use your upper bodies. Yeah, learn kinetically. And it's actually called like body kinetics. So you learn to use your body to do things better. Lean back more, good. Yeah, you're changing the shape of your body more, so you're ready to throw that. You're building up more potential energy. Spin around, yeah, that's another good one. All right, let's go over to the next question then. This is why I'm doing it with you this way and not on or just giving it to you to look at, because I'm not super sure how many of you will want to look at it anyway. So, what could you have done to throw your object further? I could have stretched out my arm more. I should have, get those muscles stretched out. And that does allow you to have more muscle movement. You can build more potential energy that way. Spin around more, change your arm position. Yeah, strap it or yourself to a jet engine. Sure, in the bottom here. Yeah, that would get it to go further. Probably kill you in the process. But, yeah. This is where we're at today then, this one. So your responses here for this one are always interesting. Think about, the energy transfer and where's the energy come from? The energy from which they ate, they use to tighten the rope, becomes potential, they launch it. We need more description. Pulling it back makes potential energy. Yep, but where did the energy come from? I want you to think like a toddler. It's used in combustion, using gunpowder. That's the cannon one. Absolutely, but where did the energy come from? You got to be irritating with yourself. But where? And trace it all the way back as far as you can. Energy is coming out of your body, then the energy goes into the object you want to throw. Pulling back the rubber band creates potential energy. Yeah, but where'd the energy come from to pull it back? You store energy in your arm, then you let it out with a football. Yeah, but where'd the energy come from in your arm? Energy is neither created or destroyed. We covered this, laws of conservation of energy. And if it's not made and it's not destroyed, it's just transferred around, moved around. It's just like atoms. They're not created or destroyed. They're just moved around. So I want you to keep asking, but where did it come from? And I'm going to give you a document to begin your tracing today. Body position, energy, yeah, makes it go faster. So you can see, like, the answers are good thinking for sure. But I don't know that I would call them, tracing that energy back, really thinking about where the energy come from. Yeah, see, I mean, I want you to, it's like breadcrumbs. I want you to follow the energy back as much as you could. Okay, so we can get rid of this busy document. And you'll find posted in your, assignment today, you'll find this document. It's called Tracing Energy Document, and you will have this ready to go for you today. And this is where you're going to begin to type out where but yeah, where'd it come from? But yeah, how did it get there? So Friday you posted in the way you think you can throw it further. Today you're going to begin the modeling process. You're not going to actually draw it today. You're just thinking about tracing today. I'm pushing you more and more to trace back that energy, because that's what this is about. And most of you are leaving it at just one simple potential, the kinetic. But potential and kinetic can be, everything is potential and kinetic. You just gotta, trace it back. So I want you to be like a little kid and ask, yeah, but how did it get there? But where did it come from? And if you think about throwing that street hockey ball that I threw, I know when I pulled my arm back, I changed the shape of my body. And that's where the stretching can come in. You can change the shape of your body in a different way. And you can, in returning those muscles to their shape that they want to be in naturally, it's transferring from potential to kinetic energy. So how did the energy get to my muscles in my body? And then how did it, and so on. And I want to keep asking, but where did it come from? But where did it come from? So your job today is to trace it as far back as you can. For your example, not mine. Most energy can be categorized as potential or chemical. That's great. That's fine. But that's not what we're looking for. What I want is just where does the energy come from, and trace it back as far as you can. We're going to draw models of this tomorrow, not today. The last step. All right, so here's the deal. The last step in the whole process is the object you threw. I threw a plastic street hockey ball. It's a special ball made so that you can play street hockey without, using a puck. I mean, because street hockey, obviously, balls roll better than pucks. So I threw that street hockey ball, and that was kinetic energy. Before that, the energy came from, and then what I'm going to do is, and I might even pick a different color, because you can, and you can get all fancy. I'm going to go with, I always pick red. Let's go with this color. I don't even know the name of that. Before that, the energy came from my arm, right, which was potential. And that means those were muscles. This is my thinking. You can do it a little differently. And then before that, gosh, I want to think about where it came before that. It came from my cells, right? Oops, I want to pick that same color again. It came from my cells. All right, and again, guys, I don't care if you type potential or kinetic or chemical or whatever. I just want you to trace the energy. Once we do that model, we'll be able to really fine-tune this. But this is an essential item, this tracing back and then doing a drawing. This is essential, and I'm going to assess you based on how well you do on that drawing. All right, so my cells, I go back, again, that's potential because it's there. But I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about just the tracing back right now. And so the energy came from my muscles, which came from before that it came from my cells. And before that, it came from, I'm going to go with food. So this is your job. You're going to continue to trace it. And it's not done there. You got to continue to trace it back and be as descriptive and thoughtful in this as you can. Right? I'm looking at a lot of things. I'm planning time to look at these things and look at your work. And sometimes it's just, not even a full sentence. So this is your job to go ahead and do these things. I'm going to get rid of this because otherwise it will show up on yours. Let's see. So you'll take care of that, and once you're done with that, turn that in. Then make sure you're kind of readying your brain. Here, we'll go back to this so I can talk to you. There you go. So you're thinking about it, you're watching this video, you're doing your tracing back of that energy, and then ready your brain. So, when you're done with that document, I want you to think about, okay, how am I going to put this into a drawn model? What will this look like? I don't need you to go ahead and draw that model right now. We'll talk about that tomorrow. And then the only other thing is, well, there's two things. The only other two things are, one, we have our Google Meet at 1 o'clock, and I will post that code shortly before. And then the other thing is, you'll notice, I'll put it right above this. It's that important. I'm going to put it above the assignment. On our Google Classroom streams, you'll notice a quick video we made in which we're celebrating gold ticket winners. So it's kind of cool. We figured out a way to do that, and you'll even notice there's a message that if you are a gold ticket winner, you're probably thinking, great, well, if I'm a gold ticket winner, so what? Well, one, means you're doing a really nice job. Two, it means that you are going to get some sort of a delivery to your home. So watch the videos, take care of that document today, tracing back the energy. Be diligent. But where did it come from before that? And but where did it come from before that? And really make sure you're putting lots of effort and deep thinking into it. All right. Say it all the time. Miss you guys. Care about you guys. Let us know what you need. If you need anything, please email with any questions, or I'll see you at 1 o'clock for our Google Meet. Talk to you later.